So I downloaded CH some time ago, but really with no expectations. I think I just wanted to reserve my username, but surprisingly a friend invited me up, shout out to you, and suddenly I was introduced to this brand new world, and it seemed epic in a way. Here was this shiny new app and the possibilities seemed endless. Yet I immediately began to notice a pattern. You see, the rooms seemed to be filled with information on influencing and stocks and the stock markets and get rich quick schemes. Suddenly I looked up and it seemed that I was being inundated with all this info when maybe what I wanted was more or less, depending on how you look at it. Interesting conversation with interesting people. And it made me realize something. But what if I wanted a boring, simple life? Now, first of all, let me say that I know that the definition of boring is relative. My definition might not exactly be your definition, although I think we can all agree that bungee jumping is not it. And let me also say that I don't mean one where I don't chase what matters the most to me or put in the efforts or be mediocre at things. But what if I also don't need to actively chase making a point to millions of people? And sometimes I just wonder if I'm being nihilistic, because it's almost similar to being aware that we're all just stardust and what really matters anyway. But also, no. I'd like to believe that I'm extremely driven and working on things that are important to me are part of what makes this meaninglessness meaningful. So let me explain better. Recently, I came across a meme shared by a friend that said something like, in this day and age, you basically have to be a TikTok star, be invested in stocks, start a side hustle, and travel the length and breadth of the world all at the same time. But what if you just want a simpler life? Frantic. That's the word that comes to mind when I think of this current climate. And yet, I believe that there are some of us that don't desire a consistently overstimulating life experience. What if you just want to make enough money that you need and love the people in your life and maybe own a farm or something and be private? So this reminds me of back in medical school where we visited this semi-rural area for a community health posting, and there was nothing like I had ever experienced. I think I even remember this one time where we had to bathe with rainwater that we fetched because there was literally no other option. Yet, despite some of its challenges, it's been one of my most memorable experiences in medical school, and not because it was particularly epic in itself, but maybe that's what made it stand out. I often wonder if this is the fault of social media and its standards. Maybe, but I also think that these things are reflective of society and what we collectively choose to value, but that's just the thing. We're not all the same. But also, is the entire blame really with social media? Comparing ourselves to our neighbor is not really something that is brand new, but maybe social media amplifies that. And in a loud, largely extroverted world, desiring something simpler but not necessarily uninteresting can easily be drowned out. As much as life is in the larger than life moments, I also think it's in the ordinary and mundane things and events. It could be the whirling fan on a hot summer day, or the turn of a good book, or getting a nice compliment. So what am I saying here? I think that sometimes the pressure just gets a lot and it can be overwhelming. And it could have you really confused about what you really want when everyone else seems to be going in this specific way. And there's nothing wrong with the conventionally epic life. I think that they definitely make interesting stories. But I hope that if you do choose a slower paced life, you know that you're not alone. At the end of the day, it should be your choice. There's something really interesting about the ordinary. Please don't forget to subscribe and share this video. Also, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to know, and as usual, I will meet you in the comment section. I'm the queen of Mars, I was invisible on Earth. It only took the magic portal to Mars to give us all some worth.